That is a striking resemblance between Larry King and Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Hey Legal Eagles, it's time to think like a lawyer. Today I am outside of the Eagles' lair doing a live video from VidCon, although by the time that you watch this, it probably won't be live, it'll be long after VidCon. I asked you guys to help out and send in some legal memes that I can comment and respond to, and you guys did not disappoint. We got some great legal memes to talk about today, so it's time for our very own meme review! Meme review trademark of PewDiePie, all rights reserved. All right, so let's dig into our very first legal meme review on this channel. All right, would the defendant tell the court exactly what kind of whale are you? Well, I'm, objection. Oh my God, it's a dolphin defending a killer whale, but the prosecutor is a seal because killer whales kill seals. Oh, that's kind of sad, but also hilarious. You know, you gotta be careful. Sometimes even things like names can be more prejudicial than probative, and they are not allowable in court. How you feel when the jury laughs at your joke. And it's Joe Pesci, not wearing an Indochino suit, by the way. So you always want to build up a rapport with the jury, and when you have a joke that lands with the jury or the judge, it is a really, really great feeling. Although it is in contrast to when the judge makes a joke in court. You're basically obligated to laugh whether the joke is funny or not. And all federal court judges think that they are just absolutely the funniest people on the planet. I hereby sentence you to 68 years in prison. Me whispers to my lawyer. My client has requested you add 1 more year. Nice. Lawyer, my client is trapped inside a penny. Judge, what? Lawyer, he's innocent. Judge, you're going to jail with him. Yeah. Well, that's what happens when you make a joke and the judge doesn't laugh. Defense lawyer, attack lawyer. I place 1 lawyer face down and end my turn. You're a witness. That's gotta be a board game or something. Oh, I'm sad that I don't recognize that. I feel like I'm pretty well versed in board games. Is that a Dungeons and Dragons thing? Let me know in the comments. When the partner tells you to hurry up and finish that assignment. Oh my God, that hits so close to home. Sometimes you have a deadline and you just can't spend hours and hours working on a beautiful finished masterpiece of a brief. And sometimes a managing partner comes in and tells you that you have exhausted all of your time and you just have to get it done. And that basically turns an amazing legal brief into converting a picture of a cheetah into the mascot for Cheetos. But sometimes getting it done is more important than getting it perfect. According to multiple sources, Ruth Bader Ginsburg died 6 months ago and Larry King has been standing in for her ever since. No! That is not cool, but that is a striking resemblance between Larry King and Ruth Bader Ginsburg. That being said, everyone knows Ruth Bader Ginsburg is never going to die. She has an exercise routine that would run circles around Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I don't think Paul Ryan could do this.
This is totally inaccurate. RBG is gonna live forever. Lionel Hutz, Esquire. Works on contingency, question mark, no money down. Oh my God, this is one of my favorite episodes of The Simpsons. I don't know if the joke comes through in text like this, but I think this is the episode where Lionel Hutz represents Bart against the people that make Itchy and Scratchy. They bring in an ad and it says, Lionel Hutz works on contingency, no money down. And Lionel Hutz looks at it and says,
oh, they got this all screwed up.
It's actually works on contingency, question mark, no money down.
No, money down.
I have to do a reaction to Lionel Hutz at some point. He is such an amazing, ridiculous character, and R.I.P. Phil Hartman, one of the best cartoon voices of all time. Sending emails to opposing counsel. Thinking about the email I sent to opposing counsel. Oh no, this one hits really close to home. As a lawyer, you're constantly sending emails to opposing counsel, and we call them nastygrams because they are very sternly worded. They are trying to get opposing counsel to do something that they don't want to do, and you are negotiating on behalf of your client. So you have to put usually an aggressive stance forward. So it's like, you know, Granny holding a gun here. But then the minute that you send that email to opposing counsel and you're thinking about it, you're probably going to go into your sent folder, you're going to open up that email, and you're going to check to see if there were any typos or you said something stupid or you left a word out. It's just like this. It will cause an asthma attack or a panic attack in so many different lawyers thinking about the email that they sent as opposed to the email that they intended to send. That is definitely one of the harder parts of being a lawyer, is stressing out over the stuff that you sent to opposing counsel. I feel it. I feel that. Approaching the jury without permission, be like, yeah, the bailiff will tackle you if you get too aggressive, just like Jason Momoa is doing with Henry Cavill here. Lawyer, may I approach the bench? Judge, you may. Lawyer walks up and whispers, that other guy's being like super mean right now. Yeah, we tend to be a little mean sometimes. And I can't tell you the number of times I have litigated against, I'll say it. They really just shoot themselves in the foot because either the judge or the jury doesn't like putting up with their crap. I understand the sentiment when the other side is being mean and you just want what's best for your client. All right, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Me, no. Judge, governor's mic, what do I do? I have never seen that happen in court. Certainly would not help your case if you are trying to get people to believe your testimony. Kanye's ready to teach 1L contracts. Kanye West, we need consideration. Oh my God. Okay, this might take a second. This is a fantastic 1L contracts joke. So there's a standard concept in contracts. It says you have to have consideration for a valid contract. Consideration is just something of value that is exchanged between parties. Really what it's done is to prevent people from having what's called a gratuitous contract, where you write down a contract, but it's only the one side doing something and the other side isn't getting anything as a result. So the famous example is an uncle who tries to contract with his nephew to go to college, and the uncle isn't necessarily getting anything out of that. But the law doesn't want to have enforceable contracts where both sides don't get something out of it, and that thing is called consideration. So the fact that Kanye is saying we need consideration, and then this person is saying that Kanye is ready to teach 1L contract is so funny. Me, as a lawyer, Your Honor, when does the Law and Order theme song play, or do we have to hum it ourselves? Oh God, I love Law and Order. Sadly, it does not play when you walk into a courtroom dramatically. When I was a kid, my parents had a strict limit on how much regular TV I could watch. I could only watch 30 minutes or an hour of TV a day, but there was no limit to how much educational TV I could watch. And I convinced them that since I wanted to be a lawyer when I grew up, that I should be able to watch Law and Order the series because that would be educational TV. I think I won that argument, and I was allowed to watch reruns of Law and Order on TNT for basically as long as I wanted. That, my friends, is some good lawyering right there. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Here we have a SpongeBob meme. Isn't this a material fact? Judge, yep. And the parties dispute this material fact. Judge, yep. The parties disagree about the material fact, therefore this issue should be decided by the trier of fact instead of the judge. Judge, that makes sense to me. So let's go to trial. Motion for summary judgment granted. This may not make sense to everyone, but this is absolutely fantastic. A summary judgment motion is basically a trial on paper. You submit your best arguments and the other side submits their best arguments. And the thing about a summary judgment motion is that the factual basis must be uncontested by both sides. So if there is an issue of material fact that both sides disagree about, you can't grant summary judgment and it has to go to trial. That is great when you are a defense lawyer like I tend to be. But I've been on the other side of that as well, on the plaintiff side, and it sucks when the judge grants summary judgment against you. Imagine spending 7 years in college to become a lawyer and your client shows up to court like this. I remember this. This wasn't actually that long ago. This is Takeshi 6969, and he showed up to court and I think he was convicted of a gun-related charge, and I think he got substantial jail time. Yeah, you can't show up to court like this. Now, obviously, you're gonna swim upstream when your face is covered in tattoos. That is definitely not going to put your best face forward. But yeah, you can't show up with a ridiculous tie like that with your shirt completely untucked. Now, obviously, when you go to court, you have to wear a suit, but I'm not always in court, as evidenced by this actual video. And when I'm not, I love to wear things like what I'm wearing right now, which is a polo from Mack Weldon. And it's hard to explain how soft and light this polo is. I absolutely love it, and I'm thrilled that Mack Weldon is now a sponsor. I'm also wearing their world famous boxer briefs right now, but I can't obviously show that to you. Well, unless, hold on. These are their famous boxer briefs, incredibly comfortable, super soft. I really like the pattern on them as well. Here's a picture of me wearing them. This is definitely me wearing them, obviously. I don't know why the camera cut my head off there, but I've been thrilled with the Mack Weldon shirts, shorts, and underwear that I purchased from them. And I've been putting it through the ringer, including playing multiple hours of tennis in all of the clothing, and it has held up beautifully and has stayed unbelievably comfortable. Mack Weldon is a men's essential clothing brand that focuses on smart design and premium fabrics. And the smart design goes beyond just the clothing itself. It goes into the website. When I had to order this polo with my own money, I had to get it shipped expedited to arrive here in time for VidCon. And the process was incredibly simple. I ordered multiple sizes. I had it shipped overnight. I tried on the clothes. I kept the ones that fit, and I sent back the ones that didn't using the included return shipping label, and it was a wonderful experience. Mack Weldon says that their stuff is the most comfortable underwear, socks, and other clothing that you will ever wear, and I think that is totally reasonable. So if you would like 20% off your first purchase from Mack Weldon, just go to mackweldon.com or use the promo code LegalEagle at checkout. Again, so for 20% off of your first purchase from Mack Weldon, go to mackweldon.com. And if you order a pair of their famous boxer briefs and you don't like it for any reason, you can keep it and they will still give you a refund without sending it back, because who wants to get used underwear? So, do you agree with my reviews of these legal memes? Leave your objections in the comments. And of course, check out this playlist over here where I have all of my other legal reactions, including reactions to lawyer jokes, movies, television shows, you name it. So click on the link and I will see you in court.